people that end up being
A report on missing and murdered women was released on Monday, December 14th, by the Quebec Native Women's Association, which looked at violence against Native women and the reasons why they go missing in the province. Alana Boileau, the group's Justice and Public Security Coordinator, co-authored the report.
It was really important for Quebec Native Women to document the issue specifically in Quebec because actually the 40 reports or so that already exist on the issue talk about Canada at large or a whole lot about BC and Saskatchewan, so Western Canada. And we knew that this was an important issue in Quebec, but it hadn't really been talked about that much, and even less so in French.
To compile the report, the organization spoke with more than 40 people, including Indigenous women and their families.
But one of our major, one of the things that we really want to put forward is the importance of working with Indigenous women before they are missing or murdered. And so we wanted to talk about the quality of services that are available to Indigenous women, the relationship that Indigenous women have with police officers in cities and in Aboriginal communities. And so those are the things that our report emphasizes.
Boileau says the report also focuses on the best interest of the families of the missing and murdered women.
So there's an entire section devoted to the family members gathering and talking about what families need. And what families asked us is for ongoing support and gatherings because families get a whole lot of strength and a whole lot of healing out of coming together.
Assembly of First Nations of Quebec and Labrador Chief Ghislain Picard says the report couldn't have come at a better time.
It's a very important step, and it falls in line with everything that we've been hearing, in recent weeks. Finally positive news, about this situation and the need to move forward on a national inquiry.
Picard says focusing on the after effects cannot be ignored.
I think the report will also stress the fact, the fact that there needs to be support for the families.
Melanie Morrison, a Kahnawake resident whose sister went missing in 2006, says the report is essential.
I'm hoping that from this report we get better services for the family. Policing is more regulated and more positive steps are taken.
Morrison says including the families is wonderful after years of not being heard.
And there's nothing better for the families than to be around other families that are going through the same thing.
Cheryl McDonald's sister went missing in 1988. She recounts her story.
She just went missing in the middle of the night. My mom and dad woke up with their kids and she wasn't there. And so the weekend passed and my mom called me and my sisters in Kanesatake and said, hey, she's not back and I'm worried. By the time we got there that evening, the QPF was flying looking for a body.
McDonald says she hopes the report that highlights violence against women will help beat stereotypes.
These stereotypes of she's gone, she'll be back, she's with someone, she's doing that, she always does that. People didn't come and help us, and after a while, we just had to go on with our lives.
McDonald says it's been a long journey to heal.
It wasn't until I started to see the Murdered and Missing Women campaigns and rallies going on, and the cases I was hearing and the tragedy where I started to realize I belong to this family. It happened to us. My sister was missing. In her case, her body was found, but there was still no questions. And I still go from one theory to another.
Boileau says that the Liberal government's announcement to launch a national inquiry into murdered and missing Indigenous women is restoring hope for many.
We were thrilled. It's wonderful news. It had been promised during the campaign, so we expected it to happen. We're so happy of the way it's already happening.
The report took nearly 18 months to complete, and its purpose was for the province to react in creating better intervention in matters of violence. Reporting for FirstNationsTV.com, I'm Regan Jacobs here in Kahnawake.